I'm Heidi Rice, coming to you from London in the UK.
And I'm Natalie Anderson. I'm in Christchurch, New Zealand, and we're really excited to talk to you today about our upcoming duo, the Christmas Princess Swap.
Featuring identical twin princesses who switch places during one eventful Christmas season. It's basically a Princess Diaries Frozen Roman holiday mashup with added sexy times. My book is called The Royal Pregnancy Test. In it, my rebel princess Juno secretly returns from New York to the Alpine kingdom of Monrova, her childhood home, and swaps places with her twin, Queen Jade, to stop Jade's arranged marriage to the neighbouring king Leonardo. Juno thinks Leo is an arrogant jerk. Unfortunately, Juno soon discovers Leo is a super hot, arrogant guy who is actually not a jerk. And before you can say hot Christmas mess, they're both in big trouble because totally the wrong princess may be pregnant with Leo's heir. Oops.
My book is called The Queen's Impossible Boss and features Juno's sister Jade, who is the Queen. Thinking she's doing Juno a favour, Jade goes to New York masquerading as her sister. Only there she encounters Juno's alarmingly gorgeous boss Alvaro, and she finds herself having to pretend that she knows what she's doing in Juno's job, which she totally doesn't, of course. Worse, she's tempted for the first time in her life to do rather wickedly naughty things with the boss who's actually not her boss, and wickedly naughty quickly becomes seriously intimate and fun times ensue.
I've always wanted to do a Christmas book set in a fictional European kingdom, and when my editor suggested doing a duet with Nat, I knew this would be the perfect chance to sneak one past her. The festive theme worked perfectly with the idea of twin princesses who, like the Frozen girls, had been separated as kids and then swapped places a la The Prince and the Pauper. I was definitely riffing on the Princess Diaries too for my story because Juno has been living in New York since she was a teenager, so getting to be queen for a couple of weeks is a chance for her to live the life she might have had and prove she's not a total screw-up.
Yeah, it was Heidi who came up with the twins idea and I leapt at the chance. I actually have identical twin daughters, but I've never written twins. So it was very appealing. And honestly, for me, the whole swap thing is completely believable. My twins get mistaken for each other I see it happen every day. And also I do love a royal romance, and I was quite keen to explore how my very dutiful queen might struggle to have a fortnight to herself where she can do anything, and fortunately she does meet a very bossy guy who is only too happy to help her out with that. I love writing those slightly uptight, rules-bound, total pleasers of heroines who kind of need to unleash their inner animal and demand some fun in their lives for once, you know, figuring out that duty doesn't equal doormat and that they deserve to have a little something more. I really like exploring a heroine who's discovering her own strengths, and I love pitting her with a hero who draws them out. Alvaro is determined and disciplined like Jade, but he's also a little more wicked. And so the two need all of their wits to match each other, and it's fun watching those sparks ignite.
I love writing bad girls because their tough exterior always hides a bruised and guarded heart. And Juno is no different. She's fierce, she's brave, she's smart, and she will do anything to protect her sister. But she's also reckless and impulsive and wounded. All of which is why she suggests the swap. She thinks Leo is as cold and arrogant as their father was, and that all he cares about is duty to the crown, which makes him all wrong for her sister. But what she doesn't realise is that while Leo is certainly arrogant, he's the opposite of cold. And beneath Leo's duty-bound exterior is a man with a bruised and guarded heart too, which makes him perfect for Juno. Oh, this is so tough. Can I have two favourite scenes? My first favourite scene is definitely the scene where Leo figures out who Juno really is. It's full of drama and heat and heartbreak and more drama because Leo is absolutely furious and Juno is devastated about how furious he is. It was a great scene to write because it was packed with emotion and passion and everything a Mills and Boon Modern should be. But my other favourite scene is after that at Leo's secluded mountain cabin where he's forced Juno to go until they can do a pregnancy test. Leo's grumpy and frustrated and angry, and Juno's tired of apologising for something she can't change. And they end up having an epic snowball fight, which leads to an epic something else entirely. I loved writing that scene, particularly because it was such a relief from all the drama, but mostly because it was so hot and funny and then so tender. And I think hot and funny and tender is what falling in love is all about.
This is hard because I don't want to give important details away, but I did have a lot of fun writing that initial scene where Jade arrives very early at her sister's work. She wasn't supposed to go to the office. They'd planned for her to work from home, but there's been a catastrophe, so she's hoping to sneak in and out of the office to get what she needs. And of course, she is caught by the very intimidating, impatient, and frankly impossible Alvaro. So I had a lot of fun putting Jade through hoops, trying to act as if she knows what she's doing in front of him. And then, of course, secrets are discovered and they have to figure out who they really are to each other. So that bit's always fun. Love New York. And I was meant to visit there again earlier this year, but obviously with everything going on, that didn't happen. But I did get to go there a few years ago with my husband when he ran the New York Marathon. And it is truly the most amazing city. And I just wanted to explore that kind of unique, very, kind of coolness and that style that it has. And then Alvaro whisks Jade to the coast, and that was just a chance to go with lighthouse luxury, which is a thing, truly. And I had a lot of fun with that setting.
For me, I went on a New Year trip to Finnish Lapland in the noughties with my kids and my husband, and that definitely inspired me because it had the same magical winter wonderland type beauty that I envisaged from Monrovia. Even though it was so cold some days, my eyelashes froze. Well, London went into lockdown right in the middle of writing the royal pregnancy test. And while it was great having Monrovia at Christmas and a really hot romance to escape into, particularly in those early days when everything was really scary and weird and uncertain, thank you, Juno and Leo. Finding the time and energy to write in between all the panicking and sanitizing and obsessive news checking, not to mention the endless catering requirements with 3 guys stuck in the house with me, was a major challenge too.
Yes, it was lockdown here in New Zealand too, and like everywhere, it was a very challenging and uncertain time. I have 4 teenagers, so finding spaces for them to do their remote learning, as well as my husband, who was working from home then as well, that was interesting. I'm too used to having the house to myself to write. On the plus side, we did end up comfort eating a lot of apple crumble.
Because Christmas and other holidays observed at this time of year are already a celebration of love. Add passion and romance to that, and you have the perfect escape from real life. And let's face it, we need that escape more than ever at the moment.
Yeah, we really do need that escape. And those holidays are definitely a time of year when family and love is really at the centre of our lives, I think. And maybe it's also that we actually get a few moments to curl up in a chair and have some time to read. And I really hope that you guys get to anyway this Christmas. My family has a really strong Christmas tradition. Every year we go to my mum's for dinner on Christmas Eve. We have a dance party on the deck with truly awful music, and it's just full of anticipation and silliness. On Christmas morning, we have croissants for breakfast, and the more youthful of us like to jump off the wharf and into the ocean, remembering, of course, it's summer over here. And then we go to an extended families later on Christmas Day to a lifestyle block, a rural property, and we're there again. There is just far too much food, and we play backyard cricket, and it's really lovely.
I have a big extended family, and we try to get together in some form or other every Christmas. Last year, 16 of us descended on my younger sister's place in France for a whole week of fabulous food, fine wines, rather too many of those if I'm honest, parlour games, sing-alongs, Christmas cookie baking, a Disney trip, and we even had a wig night. We may have to get together by Zoom this year, but whatever happens, I think the Elsa wig will definitely get another outing. I hope everyone has an amazing holiday season this year, wherever you are, whoever you're with, and whatever you're having to do to stay safe. The Royal Pregnancy Test is in shops and online from November if you need a little escapist romance to help with that.
While the Queen's Impossible Boss is out in December. And from me to you too, I really hope that you have a wonderful, happy and healthy festive season.
Be sure to pick them both up, and Merry Christmas!
And happy holidays!